It's Vic Noble here with a weekly trade example for the weekend in May 20th. I'm doing another live trade for you. Everybody really seems to like those, so I'll do a few more of those and mix them in with some other things. I just went short the Euro US dollar, and this is actually on the 17th of May. If you look at the hourly chart, like see how we and all the other currency pairs have a factor in this too, because everything's starting to sort of, the US dollar's looking like it wants to rally a bit here. And we're starting to break below these lows in here. So what I did is I changes the market flow to down. So I'm just looking to sell rallies. So I sold right up in here. Actually, I sold at 61, right where we're at right now. And so we'll see what happens here. And I'm just a scalp. Okay, so I'm going to try to just start scalping if it gets going down for me and take some profit off here. And it's going against me right now. See that? So but that's okay. I've got to stop in there, and that's quite normal. Don't ever panic about stuff like that. That happens. And let's see what happens. I'm short at 141.61.1. How about that? So let's see what happens. See if I can at least get 10 pips out of this and maybe a lot more. Okay, so you see a price reacting off that level right here. So actually I can show you this right now. Here is our dealing station right here. And you can see we shorted at 41.61. And it's just bouncing around in here right now. Not much we can do. But what you want to do is get the risk out of the trade. So I move my stop from 15 pips. Now I've only got 7 pips of risk in this trade. Really important when you're doing these little trades like this. They should get a reaction, and which I've put my stop just above this high up in here now, because that's a kind of a bit of a proven high for us. And so I'm just going to see if we can like right now you could take 10 pips out of this trade. See that? Well, there's 10 pips right there. So you can do that. You can just do that. You can do that manually. You can do it. You can have a limit order in. There's different ways to handle that. So you just go like that, and you go click, and you just took. Now you just got out of it with what did we take? 12.5 pips. See that? See, now I would not lose my. Don't lose money in the trend. I'm talking about scalping here now. Okay, there's a big difference here, but we sold at 141.61. Put a stop at 141.61, and there you go. 141.61. Nothing can happen now, right? So now you can go back and say, okay, where else could we hope to go for? Now let's just see if we get a nice run down to these lows in here, 141.30 area, and you can even go back to the higher time frame hourly chart, and it gives you a little bit better picture here. You can for the bigger picture time frame, and we can get stopped out in here too. There's a lot, because that's pretty tight, but that's scalping. Scalping is tight. If you like that kind of trading, which a lot of people do, because it pretty much you can take pips out of the market every day doing this. And depending how you play it, and your skill level just gets, you just have to, it's like anything else, you need practice, and you can get better and better at it. But see what happens here. I'll just show you something I like to do here. Like I have a break-even stop in now, so let's go back to the 5-minute chart here, and I'm just going to put an alert down here at 41.30. And so if price gets down below there, see that little red dotted line that alerts me. It gets down back to these lows in here. I'll be alerted to it. I don't have to sit here staring at my screen, because either I'm going to get stopped out for break even, or it's going to go down and get me some more pips in here. And you could even watch these levels in here that used to be resistance, and then if they hit in there, you can lock in another maybe 5 pips into your trade. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I want you to see something here, that we did come down and bounce off this little level right here. See that? 45. So at this point, that's another place you could take a little more profit, or you could lock in more. That's getting very tight in here. I'm leaving it alone just for the heck of it. But yeah, that's definitely not a bad place to be paying attention to when you're doing these kind of trades. And look at it coming back up here now. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and there it was. We just got stopped out on that. So that's okay. That was what did we get? We get right at the number there. So we made 12.5 pips on that. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. So there you go. That's a little scalp, and see if I can get a few more here, and I'll try to get those recorded too. And if I don't get to them, that is your weekly trade example. I'm just trading support resistance. Okay, had 38% retracement from the high to the low. We had old lows. We had a pivot there. A lot of good things to just get a little bounce in there that we could expect, right? And so that'll be your weekly trade example, unless I get to some more here. And that's for the week ending May the 20th, 2011. So have a great weekend and great week ahead, and I'll be back at the end of next week with another weekly trade example. Thanks a lot.